Peter who? Peter Rabbit?
I assume you mean People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Our reaction was that it was a very amusing suggestion to call ourselves the Refuge Shelter Boys. And also that maybe there is an issue. I didn't know there was an issue with the treatment of animals in pet shops, but maybe it's worth thinking about.
It's a bit difficult. They've both got some songs that are worth listening to. Well, that would drive you slowly mad, wouldn't it? Drive you to an early grave, so I'd prefer silence.
I would have Dusty in Memphis, probably. I could listen to that relentlessly. Well, that lyric occurred to me one day walking down the street, and I can't remember what actually inspired it. But I'd written it down. Don't have to be beautiful, but it helps. I mean, in the song is sort of dissing celebrity culture, and it's saying you don't need money, you don't need a rich dad, you don't need a beautiful car, you don't need a brilliant house, you need love. And then it says at the end, you don't have to be beautiful, but it helps. And actually, I think with the issue of love, someone being beautiful, well, we normally react to people's approaches. With Jessie Springfield, we approached her, but with a lot of other projects, like we've recently written a song for Shirley Bassey, which is just recorded, and they approached us, for instance. So I guess if it was to happen, we're probably waiting for Stevie Nicks to phone up, and then she's probably not going to do that. Maybe we'd phone it if we had a specific, like with Dusty, we had a duet, and we thought this would be great with Dusty Springfield. If we had a specific duet, and we thought this would be great, I wonder if Stevie Nicks would like to get involved, we would then approach her, but we don't have a song like that at the moment.
Is that where it was? Well, we didn't choose it. Bruce Weber chose it, and
I can't remember whereabouts it was. Really, I don't know.
I thought it was upstate. Or is that upstate New York? I don't know. Is it? I don't know where Long Island is. Just know the iced tea.
I have no idea where it was, to be honest. Well, quite a lot of them. You Only Tell Me You Love Me When You're Drunk. It was based on personal experience. It's a pretty good one.
Do you know the answer?
How would I know?
Well, you know more than I do.
Well, when did you start playing the piano?
Well, I think I learnt the trombone first. I can't remember. Quite young.
Primary school?
Before the age of 11. But all that before then's a bit hazy, so my mum would know, but I could give her a call, I suppose.
Well, it depends on a minute-by-minute basis. You know, the world, you know, anything, you know, nature or something, I don't know, the sky, the sun shining. It's normally quite a beautiful thing.
At the moment, I'm rather fond of meerkats. I like the way they pop up and then
I don't even know what they are.
Comparethemeerkat.com. As opposed to compare the market.
The most beautiful thing in the world. That's very good. So the first of those is Relentless. We haven't got any Relentless. If you didn't know, we released as a double album, double CD, 1993 with the album Very. It's an instrumental album primarily. There's no plans to re-release it at the moment, actually. We've thought of putting it on iTunes, maybe, but then we haven't done. I think it's sort of quite nice that it's not out there. It was a limited edition thing, and you could only buy it then. But at some point, we'll probably do something. No plans. Number two, the film that couldn't happen here, EMI want to bring it out on DVD. It's never been released officially on DVD, although I got given a bootleg copy by a fan. and we're going to do a voiceover commentary thing. I don't know when though, but soon. And what was the third thing? Oh, yeah, further listening. Further listening for Nightlife and Release, that's putting a bonus CD with each of those of all the other tracks we did at that period of time. I don't know, we never seem to get anywhere with EMI about that. I'd personally quite like to do it. But we do have a contract with Rhino Records in America to put out a B-sides album, like Alternative 2, anyway we called that. And if we did it in America, we have to do it around the world. So I think we might do that in preference. I don't really have any desire to be asked questions. I was doing some interviews yesterday for the American tour, and I suddenly thought, they're not asking me about the American tour, so I'm going to start talking about it anyway. I like funny questions the best, generally. Well, I just read this very interesting book I bought in Berlin, and it's called Royals and the Reich, and it's about the princes of Hesse, these German princes who were the grandsons or great-grandsons of Queen Victoria, and they were in the SS, and the links between the royal family and the Nazis. It's a very serious academic book, actually, as well. It's a sort of really fascinating story about how the Nazis sucked in the sort of aristocracy and then spat them out as the war went on, because like they ended up in concentration camps and things. But it was a really fascinating book. I just saw it on a bookshelf somewhere in a shop and read it. I had no particular interest previously in that.
The last book I read was Pies and Prejudice by Stuart Maconie. It's all about the north of England and what it means to be a northerner and what the north's all like. And coming from the north, it was, it's quite interesting. There were a couple of factual errors in it, actually, but apart from that, it was a jolly good read.
The ballet is going to open, I believe, in February 2011 at Salaspils in London, and then it is going to tour, but I don't know where to. I think in Britain and maybe in Europe, but there has been a mention of New York. But at the moment, I think we can confidently say there are no definite plans, but it's possible. We still haven't done Batsheba Potemkin in America.